As you see technology advance, you see more performers or artists actually embrace technology in new ways.
You know, artists are always the first one at the door of whatever's new in technology. They will try it out, and they will actually try to mess it up so it doesn't look so clean and tidy. And the whole idea with computers is that they correct everything, they clean up everything you do, they don't let you spell badly anymore. So I think artists will very quickly take the newest media and add a whole very human dimension to the technology as we understand it. The real story is I began out as a tap dancer, and then I did a fine art degree, so I guess I was a painter. I was really always interested in looking at all the arts. I wrote this book on the history of performance art, which was really connecting the dots about live art through the centuries, starting with the early 1900s, but actually, as far as I'm concerned, it goes back much further.
Sure.
Artists have always done live performance. Leonardo da Vinci did live performance. We didn't call it performance art. It was called fireworks or something else.
Yeah.
So then I wrote this book and published it in 1979, and it's still in print, and it's 34 years later. And it's really just took the pathway through the 20th century and said, you know, this has always been a multimedia century. People have always worked across a lot of disciplines. It's time we acknowledge this fact and put the history back together again. 30-some years later, I was still getting this response, oh, there's something called performance art.
Wow.
And it really took a lot of that kind of moment to say, I'm going to create this biennial that's a specialized biennial that looks at the history, at the present, at the future, and finds a way to get a lot of people excited about it. It's the right time for performance to come back in a big way because it's multimedia in the most wonderful way. People can use cameras, they can use photographs, they can use, you know, machines, they can make sound. Artists today are looking at a lot of different media. And so the next generation artist is really going to just take performance in their strides. We've created a platform for all this work. Said there are no rules. We take it all over the city. You want to be, you know, in a bathhouse like Rashid Johnson's doing this year. You want to be in a stairwell, we'll find you a stairwell. You want a theater, we can put you in a real theater. So we work very closely with the artists. You can't put your finger on and say that's performance art because actually it isn't. It's as varied as the artists